When the blue and gray were fighting, I found a blood brother. And when the smoke had cleared, we stuck with each other. Spilled blood at Chickamauga, and the cannons roared that day. But it bound us together to right thinking ways. We were blood brothers, and we're blood brothers all. Blood brothers, don't let me fall. Now in the days to come, my blood brother learned that he could never work without sharing what he earned. He always had his moment, and I had songs to sing, playing all our music for the love that women bring. We were blood brothers, and we're blood brothers all.
Freight wagon coming.
Hey!
Going to Virginia City?
It ain't far. You can walk it.
Oh. My friend here twisted his ankle pretty bad.
All right, hop in the back.
Thank you. Nice man here offered us a ride.
Oh,
come on,
thank you, nice man.
You be okay?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right.
I'll make very nice. All right, come on, get on, get on.
Thank you very much.
All right, gentlemen. Ah, you aboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
They're friends of mine. I'll just be a minute. Hey, listen, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't look around. Just look like we're saying hello and how are you.
How's everything at the ranch, Marcus?
Oh, fair to fiddling, Joe. Them three on the tailgate. They're Weary Willies. I want you to help me tie them up so I can take them into the sheriff.
Well, just because they wear raggedy old uniforms and keep on the move don't necessarily mean...
Hey, Dusty. You know, when I was in Carson City, I remember I looked at a wanted poster. I don't know what it is the guy did, but it seems to me they said he was a Weary Willie.
Was there a picture of him?
Yeah. I think I could recognize him. Wouldn't hurt to take a look.
I'll cover you. Hold it! Marcus, hold it! You just said...
I said I saw a poster. I didn't say they were on it.
They ran, didn't they?
Look, I'd run too if you pulled a gun on me.
You're going to be sorry. You wait and see. Weary Willies are like a swarm of locusts. Where there's one, soon there'll be 100. You mark my word.
Looks like a nice place for a permanent camp.
I mean a temporary permanent camp.
Now you like it so much, why don't you go blaze a trail?
I would, Billy, but this ankle's giving me fits.
Must have been all that running.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Somebody's coming. Hey, they were the ones on the buckboard.
You better start limping, Pellerman.
My name's Joe Cartwright. This is our foreman, Dusty.
That's right, Joseph. We're the ones who are on that wagon. And the reason we jumped off and hid out for the woods is...
No need to explain. First off, I'm sorry Marcus shot at you.
What's second off?
Second off, I'm glad it was a bad shot. And third, you're welcome to stay a while.
How long a while?
Well, just how long do you have in mind?
Well, my friend Pellerman here twisted his ankle pretty bad.
Sure would like to give it a good rest.
My friend Krulak, well... he thinks we ought to settle down and get jobs.
No ranch worker. I'm no good on a horse.
They might be hiring at one of the mines.
Yeah, I'll bet that pays good money. We ought to check into that tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, we're going to be in town this evening. We'll ask around.
No need to put yourself out.
Oh, glad to help. Good luck to you.
Well, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Take it easy with the ankle.
I wish I had a chunk of butter to see if it'd melt in your mouth.
Yeah, well, you know what I'd like? I'd like to see you putting in 10 hours a day in a mine.
Oh, there's nothing I'd like better. As soon as this ankle heals.
Yeah, you better take it easy on the jigging there. Hey, you know what I'd like? I'd like to stay put for a while. Why don't we? Looks to me like we just found the right spot.
What? Howdy.
Morning, Dad.
Andy. All right. Got a list here, and you can take your time in filling it. No hurry.
Oh, that's good. I won't have to order some of this. Can I help you, Jamie?
I can't afford it.
Jamie, I just paid you a week's wages for doing the chores.
Well, I know, but... well, I'd like to kind of keep it in one piece for a while.
Hey, Major, I met 3 fellas this morning. They were looking for work. I wonder if you had anything for them.
Well, I could use one of them, but just temporary.
I think it'll be all right. They're drifters just passing through. Weary Willies.
No Weary Willies from me. I don't want them in my store. They're all alike, troublemakers.
I haven't heard of any trouble they've caused.
They're scum, every one of them. I had my fill of them during the war. They were a disgrace to the uniform then. They haven't earned enough sense to buy a new suit of clothes. They're all crackpots in one way or another.
Add a pound of jelly beans to that order, will you?
Jamie. Thank you.
Hey, looks like somebody found a good place. Hey!
Hey, let me help you with that.
So far from here?
No, maybe a half a mile.
Oh, hallelujah, I'm about ready to drop.
You don't happen to have any sugar, do you?
Yeah, some. About half a pound.
Well, it's my turn to say hallelujah.
Hey, what is it, a barn?
No, just a field. There are woods to keep the wind off.
Sounds like a real nice place.
And we got permission to stay. We're going into town for a while if you want to come along.
Well, maybe I'd like to dip my hands and splash my face and just sit for a while.
Well, suit yourself.
Just a minute, Mills. Mills, let me take that. Woman, pretty's used for looking at, not for lifting things.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, miss. You own this store?
My father does. He lets me close up sometimes, if he's busy.
Well, I just made up my mind. I'm gonna give you all my business.
Now, you're making fun of me.
A little. You mind?
No, I guess it doesn't do any harm.
Then maybe I'll see you again.
I'm here every day.
What was that all about?
Well, it was about a pretty girl in the grocery store, Pellerman. Man's got to keep his eye on the future.
Those fellas bothering you, Angie?
No. As a matter of fact, they weren't.
I just thought I'd walk you home.
Thank you. But I can find the way.
They've got green poker tables at the Silver Dollar Saloon, watered down whiskey on a hot afternoon. I'm a castaway stranger with $1 or $2. Guess you can tell that I'm just passing.
He sings like a bird, don't he?
Smile at that barmaid, Lord, but she just don't care. Her starched and store-bought boyfriend tells me not to stare, and I've got no silver dollars to tip her when I'm through. Guess she can tell that I'm just passing through.
Don't we have a law against vagrants? Beggars?
We'll have 2 beers. Right. And one for our friend there.
That'll be 25 cents a piece.
Price of beer's gone up.
In advance.
Hey, that song's got to be worth something.
Now, look, mister, I can't buy a new keg of beer with that song. Now, you fellas either shell out or get out.
Just relax and enjoy the music. Boy sings like a bird, don't he?
You heard me. Now, you fellas either walk out of here or else get thrown out.
If you need any help, I'll take care of that songbird there.
You touch him and
I'll tell you what you'll do, mister, and you'll get out of here. And I mean both of you right now.
I'd rather roam. Yes, I'd rather be a man just
Really?
passing through.
No applause, please. Well, the friendly feeling in the room is sufficient reward. Good night.
Hey. How you doing? You boys leaving?
Well, we thought we might.
You still looking for work?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I talked to the foreman at the Silver King mine. He's looking for men. Just bring him this note. He'll take care of it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
Take care.
You fellas ready for that drink?
Yeah, we're kind of down on our luck tonight.
That's all right. You got rich friends.
You got enough for a couple of rounds.
Well, not this saloon.
What's wrong with it?
I hope you won't think I'm being snobbish, but the people that frequent this place are rather low element, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Dusty.
What?
The 2 fellows that just joined him. It's the guy on the poster in Carson City.
Hey,
Let's go talk to the sheriff.
Mr. Cartwright, what's a Weary Willie?
Well, Jimmy, it's a man who goes from one place to another looking for himself.
Why?
Because he's lost.
You mean he doesn't know where he is?
No. Doesn't know who he is, or why he's here, or even what he's looking for.
Oh, you mean like someone who doesn't know what he wants to be when he grows up?
Something like that. See, a man goes away to war, and he lives every minute in danger, and misery and mud, and he comes back, and he's changed. And he can't figure out why the rest of the world hasn't changed as much as he has. So he goes looking.
Mr. Cartwright, Joe's back.
Oh, good. Guess he must have got word from the sheriff in Carson City. Well?
Yeah, he was the one, all right. We got a telegram from Carson City.
What'd they pick him up for?
Well, he was wanted for robbery and murder. A lynch mob started to gather, and he managed to get away. And about 2 days later, they found out they had the wrong man.
I guess he just looked guilty.
What kind of look is that?
Different, Jamie. He looked different, so they figured he had to be guilty.
Weary Willie in the space, cause he has no place to stay. Weary Willie tore his shirt, riding on a clump of dirt.
Yeah, well, I got one for you. Weary Willie was a dirty man. He walked his face and fried and he combed his hair with a wagon wheel and it's out of a toothache. Good morning.
Weary Willie! That's right, Willie.
Bye. Those kids.
Oh, they don't mean any harm. Tell me something. You got guitar strings?
Yes, we do. Do you want to buy the whole set?
Well, now, I didn't say I wanted to buy them. I just asked if you had them. See, I got this terrible case of curiosity. I'll bet you got coffee, too.
Yes.
And sugar, and salt, and canned beans, too.
All that, too.
And you got just what I need. But I ain't got no money.
I'm sorry. We don't give credit to strangers.
Don't be sorry. I don't believe in credit neither. Now, I did notice that your back fence needs painting. And I can chop wood and sweep out the store. Any work you need done, I can do it.
I'll have to ask my pa.
Well, hey, you play the guitar?
No, I don't.
Well, how'd you like to learn? I mean, you'd be surprised how fast you could learn to play the guitar. I tell you what, you give me $5 worth of stuff, I'll give you 10 lessons. How's that?
Get out of here before you say one more word, or I'll call the sheriff.
Pa!
You don't need the
You
sheriff,
stay out of
Major.
this, Edward.
Come on, you. Come on. Come on.
Hey, Edward, now! You don't want to get your hands dirty.
Edward! I'm awful sorry.
Teach you the guitar anyway. I don't see any.
Wait a minute. I'm sure I brought sugar. Here it is.
Hey, we got visitors, Billy.
Don't worry about it. They said we could stay, didn't they?
Yep.
Come on, keep working. You Mr. Ben Cartwright?
Howdy.
Well, I hope you won't mind a few of our friends joining us.
Please don't make them leave, Mr. Cartwright.
What are you doing here, Angie?
I came here to help them. They're good people. And my friends who came with me feel the same way I do.
That's very commendable. Don't you think this is going just a little too far? Chopping down trees without asking permission?
Yeah, wood's thick as this, you don't thin out the trees, they'll all die.
Well, I'm grateful for that information. And I see you're building here.
Oh, just a shelter. We'll take it down when we go. Leave the place like it was when we got here.
Sir, the way I see it, this clearing's no good to you anyway.
Hey, Willies!
High point of my life is catching sight of that stack of rocks back there on the road. We haven't seen a friendly face in over a month.
My regards.
Hope you have some tea. My wife's expecting, and coffee don't set well.
Didn't you bring tea, Angie?
Yes, and the kettle's already simmering. It won't take just a minute to bring it to a boil.
Oh, well, thank you.
How soon are you due?
Well, I reckon by the next moon.
You gotta admit, they sure are a friendly bunch. The problem is you gotta stop it somewhere. You can't just let them keep coming in. They'll be swarming all over the ranch.
I know. Well, all right, I'll tell you what. You can build your shelter. And anyone who's here now can stay. But that stack of rocks out there in the road, that's gotta go. All right?
We're building a shelter big enough for a lot more. Seems a shame not to get the most use out of it.
Sorry, but that's my offer.
What if people just happen to wander in?
Then I guess they'll just have to wander out again. Oh, and no trouble. If there's any trouble, either here or in town, the lease is canceled.
Won't be any trouble, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, I hope not. Now, what about these fellas here? Anybody here have any special skills of any kind?
Sure, most of us have trades.
I mean, I work with leather, you know, vests and belts, saddlebags.
I'm a silversmith.
Would you like to place an order for some silver spurs? It does beautiful work.
There's one step you forgot, the first one. Where's he going to get leather for the vests?
Well, we ain't got that one worked out yet, but once we...
I hope it's not too strong, Carolyn.
Oh, it looks just right.
Angie!
Paul, don't you dare make a scene.
Now, you get in that buggy and go home. We'll talk later.
Now listen, Paul. You told him, didn't you? You saw me get in the buggy. You followed me here.
Oh, no, Angie.
Oh, yes, you did.
I said we'd talk later.
I'd rather talk now. I'm not a child, Paul.
And you ought to have more sense than take away riffraff like that.
Hey, hot! My apologies, Major. I'll have them all shot at sunrise.
Unless you file charges of trespassing, I'm going to take action.
Nobody's trespassing. They have my permission to stay here.
Very well, then I'll take it up with the sheriff.
Take what up? They haven't done anything.
What about these groceries here, taken from my store? Did you buy them?
You saying I stole them?
I'm saying you coerced my daughter into stealing them for you.
That isn't true.
In the case of a minor, any undue pressure.
There wasn't any.
We'll let the judge decide that. Now, you get in that buggy.
I'm not ready to leave yet, Paul.
Angie, where'd he go?
I think you better, Angie.
All right. Whatever the costs, put it on my bill.
No. No, they'll pay for it. Or else.
Hey, Pa, you know, I think Billy's gonna start working for us tomorrow anyway. Why don't you just give him an advance on his wages? Huh?
What do they owe you? Young man, you better take that grin off your face. I want to see you at my house early tomorrow morning.
Mr. Mellor, you sick?
No, Hobson, I was just thinking.
Hobson thinking too. Mr. Hoss eat enough, make cook feel like effort is not wasted.
Very good food, Hobson. Besides, I gotta keep my strength up. I still got a lot of work to do up there at Seminole Canyon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How long's that job gonna take?
Probably a couple more days.
You feeling all right, Joe?
I'll tell you what I was thinking about. I was looking at all this food and just wondering if those people out in the woods had enough to eat.
A lot of people in this world are hungry. Some are hungry because they can't work, and we should help them. Others are hungry because they can't find a job, and still others are hungry because they won't work. If they get hungry enough, they'll do something about it.
If a man spends all his time working, you don't have any time to think.
Where'd you hear that, Jamie?
That's what Mr. Pellerman said.
And where did you meet Mr. Pellerman?
This morning at the camp on the way to school.
Camp's not on the way to school.
Well, I sort of went a little out of my way.
But you did get to school on time.
Well, I got to talking to Mr. Krulak when I let him have my silver dollar.
You gave Krulak your silver dollar?
No, sir, I'm just letting him use it. You see, he's gonna make me a concho for my belt.
What are you doing with that steer?
Just looking him over, Mr. Cartwright.
No need to put him on the ground to look him over.
There's a reason for that, Mr. Cartwright.
Mr. Cartwright, Billy's trying to...
Angie.
Not supposed to be any more cattle in this section. What's he doing here?
You better ask him that. Hello, Jamie.
Hi, Billy.
He was supposed to report to my house for work this morning.
Well, something came up. I couldn't make it.
Something more important than the bargain we made?
That steer. He's stuck in that bog back there up to his neck.
I don't see any mud on him.
That's because we washed him off to see what was wrong with him.
You sure got an answer for everything, don't you?
Well, if malarkey was music, I'd be a brass band.
All right, let him up.
See, broke his leg trying to get out of that bog.
Billy? Take Jamie and Angie over there.
Come on now, you know there's nothing you can do for him.
Hey, Jamie! I got something for you.
It's beautiful, Mr. Krulak.
I have to admit it's not half bad.
How'd you do it?
Just takes the right kind of tools and a little work.
Can you show me how?
Sure. You get another silver dollar, and I'll make a better buckle for that belt.
Look, Mr. Cartwright.
It's very good.
Navajo taught me. There wasn't anything that man couldn't do with a piece of silver.
Billy. No need letting all that meat go to waste. I'm sure you can use it.
Well, we can use it all. We can use the meat and the hide, the bones, even the hooves.
I'm sorry about that wrong conclusion I jumped to.
Well, that's all right. We're used to it.
Sometimes you just ask for it. All right, Jamie, I'll drop you off at school on the way to town.
Thanks, Mr. Krulak.
Come on. Here.
Hey, Billy, want to help me skin out that cow now?
I'd like to, Palamon, but it's my ankle's giving me fits.
Oh, well, that's all right. Krulak can help me. Come on.
There's nothing wrong with your ankle.
Well, I tell you, Angie, I saw a lot of death when I was in the Army, but somehow I just never got used to being around it.
If we sow the seeds of doubt deep down in our minds, they'll ramble and tangle till we strangle each other like vines. Like it's already growing wild from Boston to Atlanta, Georgia, and it won't be very long until it's over. Sometimes I doubt and my mind begins to wonder if fighting for a woman will make me feel I'm stronger. But I believe that loving her is better than dying for her, though it won't be very long until it's over.
Billy? What'd you do in the Army?
Well, did an awful lot of walking. And did some camping out, and then did a lot more walking. And then one day a whole bunch of us fellers ran up the hill shooting off our guns and yelling. And the fellers on the top of the hill started shooting off their guns and yelling, so we ran back down the hill again. But there was an officer down there, and he started yelling, shooting off his gun. So we run back up the hill, and then we run down the hill, and we run up the hill, and down the hill, and up and down, and wasn't anybody left to run no more. And then somebody said, well, we didn't want that old hill anyway. That's when I lit out for the brush, and I guess they went looking for the hill they wanted.
That's why you joined the Weary Willies?
Well, you can't join the Weary Willies because all of them are unjoined. We're just together because we understand each other. Angie, what do you suppose could satisfy the soul except to walk free and know no superior? That's Walt Whitman.
Is that what you want to do the rest of your life? Walk free?
I ain't gonna run up no more hills nobody wants.
Aren't there any hills you want to climb?
Nope.
What if I were on top of one of those hills?
Well, I'd wave to you as I pass by.
I'd probably miss you when you were behind me. Hey.
Touch her.
Edward, what do you think you're doing?
Looking after you, what you don't have enough sense to do. Come on.
Hey, Willie!
Let's go! Come on. I don't want to see you hurt.
He wasn't hurting me. I liked it. I like him. I don't like you.
We're not through with you yet, mister.
Let him go. Billy, please.
Let him go, Palaman. You all right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ben, you seen Angie?
No, not since this morning. She was out at the Willies camp.
Going out that way?
I was just leaving.
I'll ride along with you.
All right.
It's your daughter, Major. My wife and I were driving out of town. We came across this empty buggy right alongside there where they had that camp. And we heard some sounds in the woods like it was somebody crying. She said something about some man pulling her into the woods.
Get the doctor, please.
Yeah.
Angie, it's me, Paul. Can you hear me, Angie?
Major, don't try to make it talk now.
You're responsible for this, letting them Willies stay at your ranch.
We don't know that one of them did it.
We're gonna get a posse together and find the man who did it. I got a pretty good idea where to start looking.
How many of them Weary Willies are out yonder?
Who knows? They just keep on coming.
Sheriff should have taken a bigger posse.
Yeah. Maybe we better go along and give him a hand.
Hello there, fellas. How you doing? This is about the best barbecued beef I've ever had.
Could have had a touch too much salt.
Die.
Must be a wondrous thing being kicked from inside.
Yes.
Folks, I know you're all wondering what we're doing here, and if you give me a minute, I'll tell you. First off, you are not under arrest, but we are taking you into town for your own protection.
I didn't do it.
Marty, you and Ed check those tents for weapons and make sure we don't leave anybody behind.
Now, wait a minute. Suppose we don't want to go.
Then we just take you, that's all. Boys, help them load up in the wagons, will you, please?
Mr. Cartwright, what's this all about?
Willie, Angie Coulter was...
Somebody assaulted my daughter.
Was she hurt?
Yes. Yes, she was hurt.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't think I had anything to do with that, do you?
Billy, nobody says you had anything to do with it or anybody else here, but I think it's best you come along with us. A lot of angry people in town, and they got their eye on all of you.
I guess that's all of them, Sheriff.
All right, let's move them out.
All right. Hair's down. Every minute. That's it. Down. Down, everything. Hey, Neil, get that. Come on, bring it down now. That's the way, right? All right. Hair's down.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, here's one they missed.
Hey, Willie! Hey, Willie!
Oh, now,
Take it easy, boy. There ain't no more Willies left.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
All right, then. Oh, I'm sorry, Ed. You better wait outside.
Oh, all right.
You better let me take a look at that.
It's nothing, Doc. I got a caught on a rose bush.
Oh, Angie. The sheriff wanted me to come over and ask if you could remember anything that might help us identify the man. Anything.
I left the camp early to get home before dark. When I got to Fern Creek, where the road narrows, there was a big branch across the road. I got out of the buggy and started to move the branch. Someone grabbed me from behind, dragged me into the woods.
You remember what the man was wearing? Did you see that? he say anything? Could you remember his voice?
No, he was behind me. And he had his hand over my mouth. Last thing I remember is digging my nails into his head and trying to make him let go.
I'll kill him.
Mr. Cartwright, let me explain.
Get him out of here, Ben! Come on!
I'm sorry, Billy.
Well, that ain't gonna help Pellerman.
No, I guess it won't. For what it's worth, Marcus and the others are in jail.
How's Angie?
She's about as well as can be expected, I guess.
Those blankets that have been torn up and everything around here that's been smashed up and will all be replaced, Billy. You're welcome to stay on.
Oh, no. Thank you, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, maybe you'll change your mind.
No, sir. I don't think so.
Billy, do you think it's going to be any different in the next town? Or the next?
I don't know, but I just keep on hoping.
What? People will change.
Oh, they'll stop being selfish and greedy and suspicious and violent.
And be what? Like you? Is that what you want? A world full of people like you?
Would that be so bad?
No. The world just can't stop. You just can't sit under a tree in the shade and dream about the future. You have to make the future.
It ain't gonna be me, Mr. Cartwright, because I don't like this world.
Then change it. Don't withdraw from it, Billy. Become part of it. Make it better.
You tell me. Why should I?
Because it's the only world you've got.
the blue and gray were fighting, I found a blood brother. And when the smoke had cleared, we stuck with each other. Spilled blood at Chickamauga, and the cannon roared that day, but it bound us together to right thinking ways. We were blood brothers, and we're blood